up, everybody? It's your girl Sophie Self back here on Sophia's Football Talk to do a preview for the Chelsea versus Manchester United in the Premier League. This is the second to last game of the Premier League season, and I feel like the season has flown by, but at the same time, I ain't gonna lie. I needed to be finished ASAP because I am so done with this season, respectfully. I really am. Mentally, physically, yes. All of the above. I'm done. Real talk. I am. So yeah, it's gonna be nice to finish this off and hopefully with the trophy. Um we can talk about that come next week. But make sure you give this video here a big thumbs up and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, as we are on the road to 10K subscribers. I mean, we're getting close to 6K, so let's make that happen. And yeah, consider becoming an SFT member. Link is in the description box. It's another way to help support the channel. Content will be updated with that soon as we get more and more members in. But yeah, big up to Eddie. Hope you're doing well, broski. Yes, good evening to you. Thank you for dropping a like. He says, I wonder how bad United will be in this game. Oh, don't we all? Don't we all? I mean, it's a game, nothing really to play for. We're going to leave all of our thoughts into the game next Wednesday against Spurs at Bilbao for the Europa League final. That's all. That's all. Yes, get the likes up. United Talks community says, yeah, me too. I'm over it. I can't wait for the season to be over. So I'm telling you guys. But anyhow, and I'm not going to try to make this like a Europa League thing because obviously we'll talk more about that come next week, most likely on Monday. Um, but anyhow, we dare to lose that game. Oh, blood will be spilled. There will be hell to be paid if they dare do anything of that sort. Legit, any of it. It's gonna be long. It's gonna be long. So yeah, it's gonna be long. But we have to wait and see. So before we talk about the Chelsea United game, let's talk about some Man United news. So Harry Ms has been named the Jimmy Murphy Young Player of the Year award. So congrats to him. Gotten a couple of, appearances for the men's team as well. So yep. And I believe also Tyler Fredrickson as well got an award. I think the reserve player of the year award or something in that regard. So big up to him. We haven't still found out who got the men's team of the or player of the year yet, and who also got like the best goal. I believe the voting process started 3 days ago, so we'll probably hear something soon. Maybe we will hear something today or tomorrow. I don't know. Maybe the wait after the game, depending on how that goes. But we'll hear something soon. But it's not really that much to worry about. For transfer news, it's all more so about Rashi. So, reported by Rob Dawson, Aston Villa are still undecided about whether to trigger their 40 million option to make Marcus Rashford's loan move permanent. Rashford does not believe he has a future at Man United under Ruben Amorim and is targeting a summer move to a Champions League club. And then Luckers reported might not expect Rashford to move abroad in the summer and have no intention of reigniting him into their squad. Also reported Rashford is not prepared to take a wage cut on his $325,000 a week salary. That is madness. That's mad, that salary. A week. That be some that ain't most people's yearly income, let alone monthly income. Matt. So the money, obviously, with him not potentially wanting to reduce his wages, that will restrict him to a handful of potential suitors in the summer. So he needs to be aware of that. You need to make sure, Brodsky, if you want to have a move away from Man United, then you need to make sure you lower your wages, because so you have then more options to pick from. That's at least what I think. Rashford believes Man United will be prepared to sell him for 40 million to anyone this summer. There have been no negotiation over permanent transfer to Aston Villa, reported by Simon Stone. Sources close to Rashford expect him to return to Man United for pre-season training in July. Hopefully he'll be gone by then, but gotta wait and see. I don't know. I do still think he leaves though. The same goes with Anthony, Sancho as well. Like, they will be leaving. The guys that's been on loan, they'll be leaving. So yeah, that's gonna be quite nice when that happens, is all I'm gonna say. But yeah, moving on to the game tomorrow. So Chelsea, they lost, if I remember correctly, because I was watching the game, 2-0 to Newcastle away, I think it was, last week. And then they're in the top 5 race. They want to, get that Champions League football. And of course, I completely understand that. But maybe Man United will be able to ruin the party a little bit. I personally hope it happens, but it could be difficult. 100%. It may as be difficult, So yeah, I do hope that we can get something out of the game. But I'm not fully sure, and I'm not super confident, but I think we could. It would be so Man United-like to actually show up for that game and get something out of it. Very Man United-like. Not surprised whatsoever if we end up doing it. I will be. We have to wait and see. So, team news. Man United hint, or basically Amorim hint, during his press conference, that Maguire is a doubt, with centre-back spending a short time down on the pitch towards the end of Thursdays for one win. Wait, no, what am I talking about? This is an old one. Sorry. Made sure that was from the old notes from last weekend. Ruben Amorim says his team selection for Friday's Premier League clash at Chelsea will not be overly influenced by the Europa League final. The trip to Stamford Bridge is our final outing before we take on Spurs, with Spurs also in action on Friday as they travel to Aston Villa. I think that one was initially going to be on a Sunday, but they were able to move it to Friday, so play it on the same day. Both sides have 5 days to recuperate from their top flight exploits before meeting at St. Mames. Amorim feels that's more than enough time, and that unless they are carrying injuries, his players need to play to ward off any potential rustiness. So he's gonna, I would hope that we still are going to. I would love to just play all the kids, but he's not going to do that. At least make sure, like an Eriksen, let him play. Let him play this game. Let Cheeto play this game. It looks to be that Cheeto is not available, and then I will talk about that in terms of who has went on to, traveling to London. And that ain't Cheeto. Dalot, Ligt, Heaven, and Yoro have all been sidelined, although 40-year-old added that there is a possibility some of them will be back for the final, and that is true. Licha and Joshua Zirkzee are out, but Toby Collier and Johnny Evans have returned to group training and could be options against the Blues. So this was I would want to talk about. Confirmed Man United traveling squad members versus Chelsea. Spotted Andre Onana, Altay Bandit, Tom Heaton. That's the goalkeepers, of course. Defenders, we got Mazraoui, Maguire, Victor Lindelöf, Aiden Heaven, Fredrickson, Luke Shaw, Torgu, Amas. And then midfielders, you got Casemiro, Ugarte, Christian Eriksen, Toby Collier, Kobe Mainu, Mason Mount, Bruno Fernandes. Attackers, Ahmad, Alejandro, and Rasmus. Yeah, that attacking line is thin. On a very thin line. Yeah, not looking too good. A bit of a sad stat. United are winless in 7 league games, but there's a chance for players to impress and don't potentially force their way into Ruben's plans for Spurs. I hope I want to win. But I don't think at this point, I ain't gonna lie, I even take a draw. I'll even take a stinky draw. But yeah, I'll let you know my score prediction at the very end because we will be ending shortly. Chelsea's team news. The home side are without Nicholas Jackson through suspensions after his red card as Newcastle on Sunday, while Jadon Sancho obviously will not be able to play against Man United since that is parent club, who's he is loaned from. Mark Gui, I cannot say the Gui. I don't know. And Christopher Nkunku have been injured, so the Blues may go into the game without a traditional striker. Pedro Neto and youngster Tariq George are alternative options in the number 9 position. Fofana, Omari Kellyman, Mikhailo Mudryk will also be missing. Starting 11, I think with the backline, probably do like a Shaw, Lindner, Fredrickson. That's what I'm thinking. Wingbacks, it does Amas and Dorgo. Even Amas, Dorgo don't always be getting rest here and there, but regardless. Pivot, Eriksen needs to start, and I think Menu. And at 10, I feel like Bruno will be starting. Mount, and Hojlund up top because Cheeto hasn't traveled, so it doesn't look like Cheeto will be playing. Hopefully he gets to play on the final game. You know what I would love? Man United to win the Europa League next Wednesday, and then you have the final game against Aston Villa at home at Old Trafford next, I believe, Sunday. So not this Sunday, but the Sunday after that. And if we have won the Europa League, then you can have a lot of the youngsters integrated, and you can then have a cheat. Just go, have fun, enjoy. Fortunately, he won't be getting a trophy though because he wasn't registered in time. So mad. Let me know your score prediction though, people, in the chat. Let me know your score prediction. Eddie says, what happened to using Cheeto? When's the last time he played this? Did not play against... I don't think he played against West Ham, but he played against Brentford. I don't think... Yeah, Brentford he played against. That was almost 2 weeks ago. Oh, you're saying 4-1 Chelsea. I mean, I don't think you should be sorry. That's your opinion. I disagree with it. I think Chelsea has a lot to play for, and I think the occasion will get to them. Let's look at the last, kind of outings between these two. Like who's been winning? Let's see here. Wait, it's Friday tomorrow. And let's see. Stats. Okay. Last time, it was obviously at Old Trafford. It was 1-1. Pretty sure that was like one of Ruben Amorim's first games as well. Or to be fair, that might have been was that maybe potentially? Yeah, that's Ruud. Forget it. That was Ruud. Ruud van Nistelrooy. So this will be Amorim's first time as a Man United coach to face Chelsea. And then they won 4-3 last year in April. And then we won that same season. And then we won as well that same season. We actually won 4-1 about 2 years ago. Imagine we won 4-1 with kids. Should use Cheeto more. Hojlund, Wasteman, I agree. I think we should use Cheeto a lot more. But hey, my score prediction at the very end as we're wrapping up, because I do have another stream in about 30 minutes and I kind of want to rest before that. So my score prediction will be 2-2. I would love for Man United to win, but I'm going to say 2-2. So I think for Chelsea, like Caicedo scores and Cucurella scores. And then for us, Ahmad scores. Bruno scores. And then Mount. Oh, Mount. 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 Mount, I said a lot of stuff about you. But if you do some madness positively against your old teams, your old team, then whew, it's gonna be long. I'm excited. What's your next stream? I'm actually gonna be on Sunshine FC in about 30 minutes. Let me, you know what? Let's link that. Let's make sure that when I'm done with the stream, that this will be redirected to that stream so you guys can check it out. We might as well do that since we're here. Okay, redirect. Where is the stream? Where is it? Wait, let me search. There it is. Okay, in about 30 minutes. So there we go. There we go. Cool. We'll try and drop by. Big up. Hey, big up, big up. But yeah, guys, we're going to end it here. Not the longest preview, but to be fair, it's not much to talk about. I'm going to see if I can be able to invite a Spurs fan for a Europa League preview. I think that is something that I need to sort out. But there's a lot. It's been a little bit of a hectic week. Obviously, we're playing tomorrow, and then it's Norway's Constitution Day, Independence Day on Saturday. And it's always lots of stuff happening then all over Norway. So yeah, a bit hectic. But either way, thank you so much for joining the stream. Like this video on your way out. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. This video will redirect you to Sunshine FC, where we will be talking about the Europa League as well. So pick up, everybody. See y'all soon. Make sure you do check out her channel and subscribe. Bye-bye.